What's good, YouTube? We back with another episode of the TrakWolf GodCast. Today, we got some new co-hosts up in the building with us. Today, we got my man Cheno Bliss over here to my left.
Hey,
You already know what time it is with him. Bro got some crazy fire music. We just did an episode with him. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. And today, we got my man's Boat up in the building.
Yo, what up? What it is? Like it's vague. We in the building, baby.
Facts, bro, from Lexington, you know what I'm saying? He opening up some platforms and setting some new waves for the people down there, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into talking about a little bit about this passion today, you know what I'm saying? What kind of get us driving and going in the direction we need to be going, you know what I'm saying, as far as like moving in the right path. So I'm gonna let my man's Boat start off today since he doing his thing down there in Lexington. How you feel about passion, and how did that kind of help push you in the direction that you're going with, you know what I'm saying, your projects and your ventures you got going on right now?
Oh man, passion is everything, bro. Keeping it a band with you without passion, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even be up here doing this right now. You know, it's like I told you when I met you yesterday, business over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the passion I got to push my brand, which is the block. You know what I'm saying? It's based out of Lexington, North Carolina. And shit, when it comes to that passion, bro, you know, I can't explain it. It's the fuel.
So, how did you get your brand? How did you come up with the name for your brand?
First of all, I was at work. You know what I'm saying? I left the healthcare world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in the projects. I ran the streets all my life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was like, I know there's one thing anybody can really understand or rep is stay blocked. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you from. You could be from a little hick town, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got that block where you grew up on. So I'm like, you know what? A lot of people I know, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the block, you know, I used to do stupid shit on the block, you know what I'm saying? So why not just name it the block?
So, would you find that name, because it's pretty creative and original, did you have a hard time with, like, using it? Like, as far as like other people using the name? Oh
nah, bro. And to keep it a band with you, I didn't even really think about that when I started it. You know what I'm saying? Because every night I went to sleep, you know what I'm saying, that's all I could think about was my program, was my show. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever it came about, I didn't even really care if somebody else had it because I never really looked at it as turning into a business how it is now. Now that I got everything legalized, and I realized that my merch is selling, that I'm really getting these shows rolling, like people is really starting to react to the name. That's when I did make sure that nobody touched it. It's all mine, and I'm good, bro.
Hell yeah. What was the first thing that actually drove you into following that direction?
I mean, it's numerous things, but if you really want to pinpoint one thing, I'm tired of working for somebody, whether you white, black, Hispanic, whatever. I'm tired of clocking in, making somebody else money when I know that I could be making this money for myself and my family and my children. So I was like, you know what? I got enough 401k, I got enough money saved up, let me go live the American dream. If it don't work for me, I can put a plug on my shit and then I can jump back into the healthcare world, you know what I'm saying? Because I kept my licenses up to par and never really did nothing wrong to jeopardize them. So I know I could jump back into getting back in like another hospital job or working in the doctor's office or something. So I was like, you know what? Let me run and see how this business stuff go first before I tuck my tail to run back to the corporate world.
Okay, so when it comes to the name The Block, what does The Block represent to you personally, and what would you like it to represent to the people?
The Block to me personally means everything. And that's just stating back from the answer I gave earlier. I ran the streets majority of all my life. You know, I learned concrete love before I learned family love.
What do you consider to be concrete love?
Running with people who got the same mindset as you that's not even your family members.
So, I was doing just to chime in about 2 cents. So that's kind of like our subjects before. It's kind of like we form these toxic relationships. You know what I'm saying? So really we're around people doing toxic shit, but because we comfortable with that and that's what we know, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like our first form of stability in a way, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I got
Facts.
from what you were saying, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, we know we're not supposed to be moving that way, But we humans and we all want to fit in, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be left out or feel alone. So we doing like this, having these toxic behaviors, but we don't know it's toxic because our whole circle is toxic.
Facts.
So it feels good. It's like, oh shit, as soon as you got some drama, first thing you do, call them up. You know what I'm saying?
And to build with you on top of that, bro, your mind ain't even really, like you said, self-conscious enough to know that we're doing toxic shit.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, I was just one of the lucky ones. Because I was right there doing the dumb shit. I was right there selling major drugs. I was right there shooting at niggas. I was right there scuffing them with niggas. I was right there getting crack rentals. I was right there running up and, you know what I'm saying? I was right there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, after a while, man, you got to get tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you look up and realize that you really the only nigga left. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really don't, like, you cruising through your city, and you like, I can't even go over his house no more. That nigga got 20-something years.
Yeah.
Damn, I can go check on his mom, but she really ain't answering the door because she paranoid because you don't come around like you used to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People you can't call no more.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I got a picture, and I want to, you know, take this moment to really talk about some shit in Lexington. You know what I'm saying? Like,
go ahead.
Everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? And I look at this picture that's at my mama's house. It's me, my nigga YT, my nigga Brady, and my little cousin Duke. You know what I'm saying? And out of that picture, y'all, I'm the only one left. And I'm talking about we was thick as thieves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was thick as thieves. And it's just like, I look at this, I'm like, damn.
And you're young. You're young.
And what's crazy is
all my niggas gone. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy is that's like Juice. That movie Juice came out around the same time you're actually living that
Facts.
Juice experience.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's just real talk, bro. You know
because all of them was missing too at the end. How many was it? One.
Just one left. You know what I'm saying? But I got a crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a band of brothers now, you know what I'm saying? And I love my niggas to the death of them, you know what I'm saying? We call ourselves the Family Five, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, in high school, like, we was the rebels in school, you know what I'm saying? Like, we literally ran together, and it was like, really, those is my brothers for life, you know what I'm saying? And I can stand firm and stand 10 toes down behind them other four guys. And I know the energy be reciprocated towards me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I went back to school to get my GED, not once they were like, oh, nigga, you a sucker. Man, if anything, that was in my head like, yo, boy, fuck up in school, we squaring up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I got my college degree, you know what I'm saying, I got my medical assistant degree, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking in the crowd, and I see them there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every step of the way, you know what I'm saying, them niggas been there. You know what I'm saying?
So was that part of the same circle you was discussing earlier?
No.
Or that's a different circle?
No, that was like
circles.
And the reason that the circle changed is because I elevated my mind.
Yeah, you grow.
Yeah.
I elevated my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no disrespect to my first circle because those still my brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I moved to the projects, I didn't know shit about living in the projects. I thought living in the projects was all about being tough and wanting to fight every day.
Yeah.
So I started getting my ass busted. You know what I'm saying? Running up on the old corner, like the older teenagers thinking I'm that nigga the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nigga, I still owe my mom about $100 for the steak she wasted on my goddamn eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's old school.
Right.
Old
You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, so after a while, you know what I'm saying? Like the guys in the projects who I named after the block, because if you go on my website, my Facebook page, and you see that I got Lincoln Federals, you know what I'm saying, up there. Because those guys molded me to be prepared to survive on my own.
Yeah.
That's where I got that concrete love from. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's still love with them guys, you know what I'm saying? It's just that whenever I ventured out from the project, because I've always been an adventurous ass nigga.
Yeah.
You see, I came up here by myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind venturing somewhere to meet new people and do, you know, because that's how I love the network. But it's like when I venture out the projects, we got this little spot called Kuwait Ave. You know what I'm saying? And then so I posted up on Kuwait. You know, I'm like,
it sound like the spot.
Kuwait. The corner store? And my best Italian voice, forget about it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know y'all done seen Paid in Full with Mitch and them, you know what I'm saying, was at that little spot.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it was in Lexington, North Carolina when we was growing up. I can't speak on it now because times has changed. But when I was a little teenager,
everybody used to be outside.
you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you pull up to the corner store, you guarantee it's gonna be popping for the next 30 minutes. You might fuck around and forget what you even come to the corner store for.
Yeah, and for real, like, and it's set up like the way New York is, how the bodegas is. You
Facts.
And people outside back then, you gotta peep who outside before you even hit that corner store.
Yeah, facts.
Because you might not even want the issues that's over there right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You don't even need gas that day.
You know what?
I'm gonna hit the other one. I'm gonna take these 2
I'm gonna
blocks.
go get these Dutchess on. I'm gonna get them stale Dutchess from uptown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? The block to me, y'all, represents more than just the name, the block. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not boasting nor bragging because I'm on camera, but I want people to understand who watch this. I can only speak about my life and where I really come from. And if you really like you want to try to pull a nigga card, I give you niggas names from Lexington that will vouch for everything I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I had when I was growing up was that concrete. You know what I'm saying? Even when I changed my life around, you know, got out the bullshit, I was like 23, 25 at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit had me, man. That shit is addictive like drugs.
It is.
When you got street love,
You
when
got out
really
at 23, 25? See, and I got out of prison at 24. A week after I turned 24, you know what I'm saying? So it's that same time range for all of us.
Yeah.
I went in and I just turned 21.
Bet.
And got out right when I turned 24. You know
Bet.
what I'm saying? They grab us all in that same age range, you know what I'm saying?
Bet.
I was only out of school for like a year. I graduated at 19, caught my case at 20, gone by 21. You know what I'm saying? Shit's serious, but when you got a passion for something, you know what I'm saying? It could be fucking just a passion for life, for living.
Let me ask y'all two something, since y'all had similar life experiences at around the same age. How did y'all notice the shift in y'all's mind state, spirituality, the way you wanted to move, whatever you want to call it, at that age? What was it that made y'all notice, hey, this is something that I'm going to stick to? Because people change all the time.
With me, I can't answer for everybody. It's when shit get tiresome. When I'm not excited no more. You know what I'm saying? Like when I just be sitting there like, I'm ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like when I wish to go back to the block and I'm like, so y'all still doing this? I'm going back home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going back home. You know what I'm saying? And then around that time, my daughter Ariana was born. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when Ari was born, it was just a whole nother.
See, you got yours all at once. I didn't get mine till 30. See, but for me, it was like, you get tired of that anxiety. You know what I'm saying? You still deal with other kind of life anxieties, but the anxiety you go through and the amount of shit that you have to worry about constantly,
man.
You know what I'm saying, that you could remove from your plate. That's kind of what pulled me out of there. Like, even when I went to go do that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew when they bagged me, I was caught. My Cody already had threw me under the bus, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I told him, like, y'all do what y'all gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I already knew it was gonna happen, but when I was going through that process, even then, at 19, 20, I'm telling myself, 21, like, I'm telling myself, like, this is about to be a learning process. I already know how to stand on my own 2 feet, you know what I'm saying? You go in there and you come home looking better than you went in there. You was Gucci. You didn't have the same kind of issues as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I took that shit as a learning process. You know what I'm saying? Me, I had grew more of a passion for life. You know what I'm saying? Just wanting to live in general. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but
when you say that, what does that mean? Because I've heard people say that. I haven't had that experience. When you say you grew a passion for life, what is that like? What is that mind state like? What is that transition like?
For me, it was just like wanting to learn as much as I possibly could. Like, even when I was in there, I was still kicking with the old heads, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that still had mad gems for me. Like, everybody know I bang blood, you know what I'm saying? But I still fuck with the old heads, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what color you are, you know what I'm saying? If you got some good knowledge and you a righteous person, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in there, I realized, like, it's a lot of people in the system that just, you know, had a one-time situation, you know what I'm saying, dealing with an emotion, you know what I'm saying, that caused them to be in there for a long time, but they still real people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And these motherfuckers is the ones that kind of stayed in my ear making sure, you know what I'm saying, youngin', you know what I'm saying, don't bring your ass back in here, you know what I'm saying, like, The old heads I was fucking with was on that shit, you know what I'm saying? They'll put a nigga down quick with that knife, but they more for pushing niggas and lifting niggas up and just being around. I had 3 years. They put me in, I was in Coffeewood for like 6 months and went straight to Greensville. That's like damn near a max, you know what I'm saying? They sent me somewhere where they got people doing life, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in here for 3 years, so even going through that process, you don't even know if you're gonna get the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? Even when my release day come, nigga, I ain't feel it. It didn't feel real, you know what I'm saying? But fucking with the old heads in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think those was the main ones that made me really grow a passion, because they really had a good head on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they always preach some good knowledge and information before I could get to YouTube or Google anything, you know what I'm saying? So all I could do is go ahead and get with another human and pick their brain for their knowledge and information.
Okay, it's very like, and this is what when in the other episode I was talking about perspective. That's a good like an idea of what I mean, because you say I gained a passion for life, and you're saying the same thing that I went through, just in a different way.
Yeah.
And I would have never knew unless I just asked, like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? But that's what's up.
Yeah, so the passion can take you a long way. A long way. So, like, for you, how would you correlate your passion and your willpower?
Without one of the others, like mixing oil and vinegar, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have both, in my eyes, to really succeed in this business, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, your willpower, it's gonna be, man, you know how many days I literally lay in bed because I battle with PTSD badly. You know what I'm saying? I've been shot, I've been stabbed, you know what I'm saying? I suffer with a lot of shit, bro. So it'd be days I'm laying in bed and I'm just like, I really don't want to do this shit today. You know what I'm saying? I don't even seem like I got crazy issues, my nigga, but I have another person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That lives inside of me that I had to put up and hide to get where I'm at now. And sometimes that other motherfucker want to come out. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you feel like motherfuckers is being rude towards me. You know what I'm saying? So that willpower, when I lay in that bed, bro, I literally have to fight myself to get up. You know what I'm saying? But I know where I want to be in life. I don't want to be where I was at yesterday, or not even like an hour ago. Exactly. You understand? Yeah. So my willpower for me is knowing that at the end of this tunnel, it's going to be my rainbow. You know what I'm saying? I know my pot of gold is there because I don't suffer too goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? I have my struggle well. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to mask my shit. So when it comes to that willpower, bro, that's second nature to me, because as African American males, we're already fighting an uphill battle.
So define willpower for the people who don't or really quite understand it, and just give them an example, like on a smaller scale.
Oh, okay. My bad. What's up? Okay. Willpower most definitely is when you move and you don't feel like moving. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you just want to be stuck, or for that matter, like whenever you're nervous about something. You ever been just shook to walk in somebody's house because they got a dog? I.e. that little light skin ass dog you got. You know what I'm saying? But you know that you want to vibe or be with that person behind that door, so you gain that willpower to fight that nervousness and walk your ass on in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So willpower is just basically just conquering your fears and telling yourself it's going to be all right, and you go forth with it.
And I can also say for Trak and for Bo, I've known these guys for years, and as well as myself, everyone has willpower, everyone has passion. You just have to be aware and conscious enough to direct it where you would like it to go.
Facts. And I think the main ingredient is you got to be tired as well. You got to be tired of being the person who you are and want to grow for the person you know who you can become.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't tired, then you settling. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot of talented people give up because a job offered them $25 an hour.
Yes.
And I'm like, that okay, you know, that's yours. I can't knock you for that, but if my willpower will not allow me to say
and
okay.
I feel like what happens with that, it's like, once again, we're born into one world, but we're actually in two worlds, because we have this matrix shit we living in, which that's what is giving us the pull from actually being who the fuck we want to be and who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that system is like comfortability.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So people want to be comfortable, but
Facts.
what's going on now is a prime example of what can happen when daddy, puts his hands down. So, like, we all gotta be mindful and try to be like more aware of who we are in the inside. That voice is you. You know what I'm saying? And once we all understand that voice is us, that they constantly tell us like, oh, that's your subconscious, which is, you can look at it that way, but it's almost like secondary when you look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just say it's you. You know what I'm saying? And the pull is from when we have to operate within this system. Motherfuckers don't want to get up and go to work, but we know we got to make the money to be able to live in the system like a normal robot. You know what I'm saying? We could live lesser like some of the homeless people. You know what I'm saying? But that's, we all strive to be better. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, I tell people all the time though, bro, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's my favorite saying. That's my favorite fucking saying. I always say I'm my most comfortable when I'm uncomfortable.
Facts. Everything I've achieved in life, bro, I was so
crazy.
fucking uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Because I always ventured out by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like when I moved out of Lexington, bro, I knew I couldn't call home like, yo, I need like $300 to get home. Nah, I knew, nigga, once I left out of 336, I was on my own.
Yeah.
And
I say that shit constantly.
Because I don't think people understand that though, bro. Because soon as shit start getting uncomfortable for them, they run back to what they know. Because like you said, they run back to their comfort zone.
When I'm comfortable, I'm uneasy because I know how the universe works. Something is about to start happening in my life. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not making it happen in the right direction, it's gonna start happening in the opposite direction.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then it could be just one little thing, and then that just crinkles. You know what I'm saying? And everything happened in threes.
And it's to also be aware that everything changes all the time. Even if you meet somebody, these two met the other day. This my homeboy, this my cousin. I knew they was business oriented. I just had to introduce them. They did everything on their own.
Facts.
So yesterday they were strangers, now business associates. And it will develop every day. Every day is gonna be changed. Nothing will ever be the same from the day before. Even the situation, you go to any relationship, either with your mother, she's gonna love you more. The situation's gonna even out. She's gonna love you less. Whatever it may be, it's always gonna be different. So just always keep that in mind.
Yes.
You can't go back to what you just had, because it's gonna be different.
That's what I say. You always gotta be prepared. Be prepared. I don't know if it's for the right change or for the worst change, but just always try to be prepared.
Stay
and
ready.
Stay mindful.
You ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, stay mindful. So like, all of that kind of correlates with like having the willpower to get up to do little things. You know what I'm saying? And if you can make yourself do the little things, like say you somebody who gets up in the morning time, you don't make your bed. You know, that's just how you are. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no reason to.
Facts.
Some people see once they make their bed, that's the start of their day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So since you don't want to, start doing it. That's on a smaller scale. But then it'll come down to the bigger things when shit is in the way that you trying to quit, and then it's in front of you, but you're gonna have the willpower to not say, you know, or to be able to say, nah, I'm good, like I'm Gucci on that. You know what I'm saying?
And as well, making that bed, I saw that in a video about 2 years ago. That's one of the hardest tasks to get up and do for me, to make the bed, because I feel like it's such a small task, but it also teaches you the most insignificant task can sidetrack you throughout the entire process if you don't do it.
Well, I don't make up my bed every morning. Get the fuck on the shower and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because I never been a homebody. You know what I'm saying? Like when and that's another reason like when like my show, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I would have people like, man, what are you doing inside somewhere? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm staying in tune with my show, The Block. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna just run into it inside because it's raining outside. Nigga, we didn't run inside when there's money outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why run now? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different perspective, and I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So nah, bro.
So how long have you been pushing the brand and the business now?
You know what's crazy? A little bit over a month. I literally been going that hard. Like my brothers them cuss me out. No lie. Because I've been sitting on it for a while. And I've been every time we get up, we burn one, drink whatever, and I'm pitching the show, pitching it. I'm talking about like I'm doing it for Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they're like, well, nigga, why don't you make this shit happen? And I had every excuse in the world. Oh man, I ain't got the cameraman. Well, I can connect you with such and such. Oh, okay. Never called. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I got every excuse in the world, but then like we got on the phone call. My boy was like, hold on, for them, like Brandon. Him and Brandon, Maurice and Brandon got on the phone and like just drilled me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you sitting on? You sitting on a multi-million-dollar dream. You gotta push it. You gotta do this. I'm like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because like once like my brothers speak, you know what I'm saying? Especially on that level, I have to listen. If I can listen when they talk about we finna go clap some ass, you know what I'm saying? Go get some females. Then why come I can't take that same information when they're really serious and pushing me? Like giving me that over the hump, because that goes back with my willpower and the shit I was fighting on the inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I needed them to really cuss me out that night. Nigga, September the 1st till now, grinding. And I see the outcome. Day in, day out, I think of different ways. You know what I'm saying? I think of different ways to restructure an interview. I think of different ways to push this winter collection. I think of different ways to get new viewers, you know what I'm saying, like how to push it not just to my community but to the outside community as well. You know what I'm saying? Because to get where I want to be at, I know I can't stay one-sided on this. I love my community, but I know it's going to take more than my community to push my dream to where I needed to go.
Yes.
But you in a good space where you got a good sized area that you starting with, and then it's like some big cities right beside you as well.
True.
You don't even have to leave the state yet still.
This is true, but at the same time, and y'all could be a contestant to this as well, sometimes you gotta go out of town to get love from in town.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you most definitely got, like you see where I'm at shooting an interview for, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
And outside of my sister, major shout out to Kalisa. That's my baby. I love you. UGK, Underground Cultures. Make sure y'all tap into that. Anyway, outside of my sister and her interviewing, bro, ain't nobody sat me down in front of no camera. Nobody, bro. Kalisa was the only one.
Look, that's what we do over here at the TrakWolf GodCast. You know what I'm saying? We trying to open up space and opportunities for everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for me or for us. And we also giving out information, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual growth and news. Just recently we've been on a more of a spiritual growth kind of topics, you know what I'm saying? We'll get back over to the news, you know what I'm saying, a little bit later. But on another note, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna let Cheno give a little info about how he really got into his whole movement with the music and how the passion and willpower helped him through his process.
Well, as far as passion and willpower, man, especially with the music, when I first got into it, I came up in those environments with those same people. You know, like you said, you gotta have somebody, have your back, somebody you feel like got love for you. So I used to feed into negative things. So I started making music based on a negative fact because I felt like I could do something better than somebody, which is what a lot of people feel like. Through hearing myself, man, and realizing this is who I'm portraying myself to be, this is not who I would like to be, I have the potential to be somebody better. That's when I implemented my passion and willpower to become somebody better. And I would listen to myself through the music to see if it was working or how much progress I had. You know what I mean?
So how many days was it like when you would get up and do music when you really didn't feel like doing music? Or I should better say, what song did you make that you really enjoyed that you felt was one of your top songs that you made on a day where you really ain't feel like doing shit?
Well, really, man, I started making music because I feel like I didn't have a voice in my house or in the world. So I felt like that was a way that people had to listen. And people might get a perspective for who I was, and maybe they could. Because, you know, you grow up on philosophies, treat people how you want to be treated, you know, do as to others as they want to do to you, but the world don't really work that way all the time.
Facts.
Facts.
So when you're younger, you're trying to figure out, like, what's wrong? What did I do? Like, why they doing this? Maybe if I can make it clear this is what I want, you know, people will, like, do it, live like I learned. Do as to others as you want done to them. Treat people how you want to be treated. But, you know, through the music, I just learned, and I had to choose young. I learned super duper young. Whatever you want to do, stick to it. I always knew I would be famous when I was young. I always had the willpower. Since I was 5, bro, it's just so weird. I talk to people and it's just like, I always had willpower. Like, I always had willpower. Passion, I don't really know if that's what I would call it as a child, but as I grew older, the passion came through the music. So the willpower just kind of fed into the passion when it had a direction, like I was saying earlier. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I developed, and the more I developed, the more I just started learning about myself. Like, man, it's not all about what the world think about you. There's people in way worse situations than you are. It's about how you learn how to manage it. Be unique, be yourself, because that's the only way that you ever gonna be seen in the first place, and that's the only way you're gonna ever last for a length of time, because you can't imitate something that's already been. That's what people do all the time, they reduplicate. So
You can imitate, but it's not gonna last.
that's right, and that's where the willpower came from, because I was just like, I'm here anyway, what am I gonna do if I give up? I'm just gonna sit here and just be sitting here. I'm gonna have to have willpower to sit here, because I'm gonna want to get up and try again probably. Even if I don't, you're gonna have to have willpower anyway, and I just don't want to sit there. I gotta move, man. Like, you know, you come up in a place of lack, bruh, and then after a while, you start to see, okay, the information I'm getting ain't working. You have to have willpower, or else you're just sitting there, and that's just not an option for anybody. You know, so that's pretty much where my willpower and passion come from, even through the music and even through life in general, because it's just we, as black and brown people, we're born into situations and circumstances where you got to do something, period. Whatever that something is, you got to defend yourself, you got to make a way, you got to find a way, whatever it is, you have to do it.
Yeah, you do.
So, like, when we talking about it, I think it's more so a perspective of how we implement it and how much we implement it, because we know some people that have that potential, and that potential is, hey man, you got willpower, you do things all the time that don't really help you out or counteract helping you. You just need that passion and that awareness and that consciousness to direct it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that shit is definitely helpful in the long haul. So like a lot of businesses, and even us three, we wouldn't even be here all together in the same position, you know what I'm saying, communicating on the same frequency if we didn't have the willpower to get here.
Right.
Because we all done been through enough shit to where we possibly shouldn't been here, or could have easily, you know what I'm saying, been in a worse situation.
Exactly.
So, like, so how do you feel like you're gonna incorporate like these things into like expanding your brand broader?
I guess it's as simple as what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, because of you and my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like, my brand will be known from this right here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who this gonna be put in front of. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can be at work and just some gentleman or female might walk by, like, yo, that nigga do this, XYZ. Yo, can we get in contact with this person? You know what I'm saying? So, like, for one, you know what I'm saying, like, this is like the willpower to get out and to shake a next man's hand. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know, the hand I shake might give me a break I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so the span I'm looking for, how I'm looking for it, man, it's always networking. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have the willpower to get my ass out the house and continue to do the shit like whenever I don't feel like it. The days I feel defeated, I still gotta wake up and get out that door to go hand out them business cards or push my shirts or, you know, just to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So,
so how did it feel that last day, like when you left your job, the system to like pursue?
What was that process like? When I say process, like you said, that day when you walked in, what did you wake up thinking about?
wait, cause Like, you talking about like the last day I clocked in or clocked out? Or the last
Clocked
day I clocked out? Oh.
Like when you made that decision and you just went there and you was like, look.
Woo, no, you know, we're gonna be brutal honest about it. The last day, I kind of cuss niggas out and just did like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, man, I was just frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally sitting here taking care of 16 patients, which I love the most. You know what I'm saying? I love my job. It was never about the money. It was about me saving somebody's life, or I give them another chance to go home to be with their family members. So it was never about the money when it comes to me working in the hospital. But it was just one particular night, just when the COVID bullshit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, they sit here and they literally...
We're gonna call it the C19 word. We didn't mean to say that. We already know how this shit works with YouTube.
I'm sorry. I'm a realist because I worked in that field. So I know it's real, but that's a whole nother topic, but whatever. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, that one night, bro, this one nurse got in my face and called me a boy. Not like, you know, like that playing kind of boy. Like, you know, that one like you can get away with. Boy, you stupid. Did you hear me ask for a tree? And the tree is basically like a piece of equipment that goes inside the wall to help connect the oxygen to like your tube. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, I got 16 fucking patients. I'm not even charting on time. It's 10 o'clock at night. I haven't even made my first charting yet because we're overbooked, but not enough staff. So I'm not even trying to hear you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get this stuff in so these doctors can get these orders in so these people can get their medicine. And my charge nurse kind of took up for the woman who was being rude to me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to have a heart attack at this place. Here, have a good night. And I literally just gave her my badge. And now on my drive home, I'm like, boy, Travis, what the fuck did you just do? Like, holy shit. Like, wait, it's too late to go back and say I'm sorry because you kind of made a grand exit that, you know, ain't no coming back from, you know what I'm saying? You know, you kind of flipped the fuck out, you know. So, at that point, man, I was like, Travis, you've been talking about this long enough. You got enough in your 401k, let's do this. Scared money don't make money. At all. You know what I'm saying? You like to talk. You know a lot of niggas from Lexington. You know Lexington is by itself. It got a story. Everybody need to be heard. Everybody's story need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I get so tired of these small towns getting overlooked because it's not a New York City or Los Angeles or Atlanta or Miami. When the whole time, I can name some people, but you know, I just incriminate so I don't. But I know a lot of people that was eating just as much as your Outpost, your motherfucking Ray from Evans type dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they was from small towns, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you would never hear about it because, oh, that's Lexington. Don't nothing go on down there.
A lot of people came through those towns as well.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
and a lot of people, when they left New York, they was moving through Virginia and North Carolina.
Small towns just like that, right. You
a lot of my growing up in the hood, that was the interactions was from cats up top.
Lexington raised me. So I most definitely, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna turn my back on Lexington. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's full of bullshit, but I can really count on my hand how many good times I had more than I had bad. It's just that the bad times that happened, you know what I'm saying, that shit was a lot, you know what I'm saying, at one time. So this is what also the block represents for me. It represents my city, you know what I'm saying? I get to throw my city on my shoulders and we rocking out, you know what I'm saying? I take Lexington everywhere with me, you know what I'm saying, even up here, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the block and my brand, that's pretty much outside of family and kids, that's what I do it for.
So you like pretty familiar and known out the area?
Yeah, I like to say. If we go,
artists are reaching out to you to be like, oh, I see you got something going on. It's like 50-50. Like you
True.
reach out to some and
then someone reach out to me. Matter of fact, probably about 6 out of the 8 ones I reached out to, and you know, so 2 of them kind of was like, hey, I heard you got this going on. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I want to get in front of the camera. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's make that happen. You know what I'm saying? But so majority of it was just me really like reaching out to them because another one of my saying is my face value is way more expensive than money to me. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got face value, you really ain't good in the streets or in the corporate world neither. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to see was my face card still good, even though I have not been in tune with a lot of shit going on for a while when it comes to Lexington.
So when you when you say that, that's a great pivot point for my question. What do you have a criteria for people that you work with, or that you're open to working with, or like how do you go about that?
To be honest with you, you gotta be hungry. You gotta be not willing to waste my fucking time. First and foremost, I don't care if you got 2 songs out, but if you pushing your songs like that is like your life depending on it, you can get in front of my camera and talk with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those. You gotta have all this popularity. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
As long as they should have some content.
Facts.
Some content.
Some content. You know what I'm saying? And I see that hunger.
Even if they don't have visuals, they can have the audio content out.
True. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Well, no, just about everybody interview had content. Well, visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not a lot. Like, it's probably about 4 or 5 of them that got like a shitload of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's just like some that just really ain't got no like 1 or 2 contents. But I love their music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that they're still pushing their brand. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you got content, bro, I'm with you. I'm not picky at all. You know what I'm saying? Because who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm not nowhere near on like a VLAD or, you know what I'm saying, how Fat Joe do his show or Drink Champs level. So who am I to turn around anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like the lamest person's story might be the story that makes or breaks my show. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think this nigga lame, the rest of the world don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never discriminate. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually looking to working with these guys, like country music people. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to cross over and work with whoever that's hungry and that will give me the time to put you in front of my camera to tell your story.
And the block is solely music based at the moment?
At the moment, for the first season, it was. First season is done. It's 8 episodes. The first season it was. Because I feel like that would be a better eye grabber than some dude sitting in front of the camera talking about, yeah, bro, I sold like 30 bricks when I was like 15 years old. I hit a lick, And I was like, I can kind of mold into that, but it's not what I want right now.
True.
Because so many people have not better stories, because I lived that life, so I understand the struggles of that life. But it's so many other stories that's just as entertaining as a nigga, chopping up dope, bagging up weed, counting money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So are you taking like entrepreneurs as well?
Yes. Matter of fact, season 2, season 2, kind of season 3-ish. That's one of my main focal points is entrepreneurs, because one thing this pandemic to me has shown. There's a lot of motherfuckers who opening up business that really should have been opening up business.
Yes, sir.
Like Lexington right now, bro, our community is booming with so many entrepreneurs right now. That's why we're holding the expo on the 31st of this next weekend coming up. On the 31st.
What type of expo?
It's just a vendor expo. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Shamarcus. His go by Facts. His brand is Backyard Coves. He's like a pit master. I have my good female friend Lorencia Bethay. She goes by Central Ave. She sells candles, beard bombs, lotions, you know what I'm saying? Then you got myself, I sell my merchandise from the block. I also can set up interviews while I'm out there. Then you have my brother Brandon, you know what I'm saying? He's a business consultant. He'll be out there for you can sign up for some of his classes. It's just a bunch of 2003 classmates just banded together. You got my homegirl Brandy. She goes by Goody Galore. She sells cakes and cupcakes, you know what I'm saying, out of this world trees, you know what I'm saying, which is amazing. Then you got my homegirl Shonda, you know what I'm saying, she sells clothes, you know what I'm saying. And then you got Tiara McCandis, she also sells shirts and stuff as well. So
that's a lineup, man. Especially like you saying, like at least most of y'all knew each other. Like that's some camaraderie right there.
And one thing about Lexington, like everybody grew up with each other.
Yeah.
Like we did not have like 4 or 5 different high schools. Like you literally had South Lexington, Pickett, and Southwest, Pickett, and South Lexington. Southwest, South Lexington, and Pickett was all your elementary schools. But by the time you reach 4th grade, bro, you might well call me your brother. Because you stuck with me till we graduate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go through 4th and 5th, basically on up. You know what I'm saying? So I look at a lot of those people, even though I had a different walk of life, you know what I'm saying, as like good friends of mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they all seen, we all can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
We end up 2018 homecoming. It's like when I really came back home to Lexington. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in Statesville just working, busting my ass. I was like, you know what? It's homecoming. You played football for Lexington Senior High School. Just go home. You know what I'm saying? And we all kind of formed, like a better adult bond together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we've been keeping up with each other through our class group chat. And then so now it's just like, we just ready to put all our stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody on their own platform is well known with what they're selling and what they're providing for the community.
So y'all just putting it all together.
All together and letting it rock. Boy. We even got our classmate, his name Corey Hope, man. Corey is a good guy, man. He runs his organization called, I want to say the Dream. It's a foundation. It's a Corey Hope Foundation. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be out there collecting canned goods and jackets and for raffles. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what we're more excited about, more than us making money. You know what I'm saying? We giving back a chance to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And that's big for me. That's big for me because I'll be a fool to sit on this camera out like I never had to go to a homeless shelter for a meal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be damned if I didn't have to wait on, one of those coat drives before I can make sure it might not be the coolest coat, but I ain't outside freezing no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to get back to my community for what I have been through in my life, that's big to me.
Yeah.
So I look forward to it this upcoming weekend, man. It's gonna be pretty dope. It's gonna be pretty dope, man. This is excellent people to share my time with.
That's outstanding, man.
That is. That's a lot of people that's unified and that's actually on being their own boss. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of what we talk about and try to promote and push for on this channel as well, you know what I'm saying? For everybody to be their own boss.
And that also gives me more passion and willpower to continue doing what I'm doing here. Hearing that he came up from here and was part of my family, he has this passion and willpower. This is where it has got him to with his dedication over time. He has a community over here. He's also building his own thing over here, you know what I mean? And they're working together as well.
Yeah. That's definitely dope.
It was kind of odd though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. It was kind of odd because I lived on the other side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away how their family raised them. Yeah. Because their family did what the fuck they supposed to have done.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't never take away from the people who didn't have to suffer like I had to suffer. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of weird, like reconnecting with them because I never knew how they looked at me.
Exactly.
Because I was a rebel. God. I was a fucking rebel, you know what I'm saying? You told me to sit down. Is it football season? No, it's not football season, boy, so I'm finna cut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I was a rebel, you know what I'm saying? So I never knew how they perceived me until that day during homecoming. It was like, nigga, we always loved you. It was always love, you know what I'm saying? You was just too hard-headed to accept it. And, now that I accept it, I'm wrestling now. All right, now they pretty cool. Pretty cool people, man.
Man, I was talking about that the episode where, I got a chance to give some insight about how it is when you're not used to something or you may not have ever seen it or believed it could be real, that it's hard to, at first, be in those environments and be around those people because it just contradicts everything you grew up around.
True.
You know what I mean? But you gotta have that willpower and the passion to just fight through it. You know what I mean?
And you also gotta be willing to grow.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can fight, but it's gonna be
Yeah, without growth, you're dead.
Yeah.
That was something I had to learn. I literally had to grow. I literally had to learn and understand that it's always gonna be some type of structure that I have to abide by. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think y'all really understand. I was a true fucking rebel before the cause, baby.
I understand.
That teacher said we can't have them chips until 12 o'clock.
I think we always supposed to keep that fight in us, though.
True.
Like the real ones never really fully conform. You know what I'm saying? It's always some rebellion on a smaller scale, since we know we like so small on the individual scale that we really can't affect the world. So we do what we can on the smaller scales. You know what I'm saying?
And try to add value to it. So
yeah, and what we can't add value to, we stand and let y'all know that we still don't fuck with the system. You know what I'm saying? We still don't fuck with y'all. And
what both said made me realize a big part of the reason and my willpower and passionate drive to do what I do here is because I come from here and it's so small. I don't want the thing that helped me get through life, like music, hip-hop, something that my people culturally can be a part of, to die here.
Right.
And that's why I fight so hard to keep it alive and grow it, because it is so small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and everybody here, for the most part, does like to be individualized and have their own pockets.
yeah,
When you can just come together with people that may not have walked the same life as you, but they still respect you, and they still admire you the same way, or maybe even more than the people that's beside you.
And really, it helps, once again, like I said, with my face value. I've never been the type of shit on nobody.
Yeah.
You know, not intendedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I walk by, I probably knocked your cup off, my bad, bro.
You apologize.
What do you want? You know what I'm saying? I never look back at it like, nah, nigga, fuck you and your cup. You know what I'm saying? Because, for one, I hate moving
that
through
was
life.
me if I ain't fuck with you.
Now, granted, it was about one or two of them. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, I don't give a fuck if you on fire, I still want to piss on you. You know what I'm saying? Woo! But I never was the type, bro, that try to outdo anybody or look down on the next man.
Exactly.
Like when people talk, I may drive a BMW, my nigga, but I tell them that's just a fucking car. I can go out here, God forbid, and lose that shit. Whatever. I can lose it. It's material.
Yeah.
And whenever you grow up without shit, you learn to value more than material shit in life.
Yeah.
So I never move no kind of way. Like, my nigga, y'all can literally walk out of here and leave $1 million on the table. Nigga, you would better fight me for eating your fries before you would have taken your money.
Yeah.
And I'm just being for real with you, you know what I'm saying? Because for one, I don't want that karma on me at all. Yeah, I never, you know what I'm saying? Never, bro. I don't believe in that shit. So my face value to me, man, that's why I just keep it real with motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't amazed or shocked that they told me that, but at the same time I kind of was, because you are, like, assumption is a motherfucker.
Yes.
You put the work in for it, you know what I'm saying? And them still communicating with you and fucking with you is showing you the growth that you put in. You know what I'm saying? It's like your form of actual proof of the formula that you using for you is working.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Because I look back at it all. From the first day I stepped foot in the old project, Southside Village in Lexington. DT5, Daytona 500. You know what I'm saying? That's our nickname for it, Daytona 500, man. And till now, from the lives I saved at the hospital to the children I put smiles on their face, to being a basketball coach, to raising my daughter by myself, to fucking seeing my best friend get killed, to actually being shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have literally, sometimes, like, I stay up at night just literally reflect on every fucking thing in my life. And the fact that I'm still here right now, know that I've grown. Because I could have most easily pushed the brakes, you know what I'm saying, and got the fuck out the car.
Yeah.
And walked back to where I was comfortable to.
Exactly.
But I didn't, because it's kind of, like, I tell myself all the time, my life is fucking awesome. The people I know, the connects that I have, the whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think my life is awesome.
Yeah.
And it only gets better as long as you keep that feeling inside. It's gonna keep projecting outward, and you're gonna keep attracting that.
And you know what's something I also learned? I've been learning to thank God even when it's bad going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I say that because every loss is not a loss, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know, like when I lost those people, or whenever that deal didn't go through, or whenever I didn't get shorty number, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to stop beating myself up and just starting to look at it like, man, maybe you wasn't meant to do business with them. Maybe you wasn't meant to have shorty number. Maybe you wasn't meant to have that artist. Maybe you wasn't meant to walk through that door. And then 9 times out of 10, that shit start revealing itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck around, shorty was a goddamn whole lot of jump off. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Old buddy, goddamn, he was a scammer. You know what I'm saying? The artist, goddamn, And then it's like, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But whenever them doors do open up for me, man, I'm humble and grateful enough to still thank him in the times that, bro, ain't shit going right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to thank anybody, whoever you believe in, you know, your higher power is. It's easy to thank when you nigga just bless you with like $1,000 put in your pocket. You ready to goddamn stomp, shout, roll one up, well, however you praise your higher being, you ready to do that for him. But can you keep that same energy whenever you just find out your lights got turned off and you only got $20 in your pocket? Can you keep that same energy? And I have learned to keep that same energy. That's why I'm here today.
Yeah.
Because I have learned to keep that same energy, bro. Because I don't know homo. I can step to my boxers and show y'all my goddamn body, all my battle scars. You know what I'm saying? I have learned. I have earned.
Obstacles, I feel like, is what builds character.
It does.
You know
It really does, bro. And then whenever you think something really that bad, you gotta understand it's gonna go through something way worse further on down the line. And I had to remind myself that. I'm telling you, my battle scars, I've earned my straight stars.
Yeah.
From literally, I'm not bullshitting. From the top, crown of my soul, head to the sole of my feet, my nigga. I have my battle scars to prove that I was out there on that concrete.
Yeah.
But I also look at these scars and remind myself why I left that shit alone. Because it easily could have been just that one a little bit to the left. I'm done. That shit on my leg, you know what I'm saying? If I would have smacked the shit down, that shit could have been right here. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to really just start thinking in the midst of the wrong times, bro.
Yeah.
And thank God for my growth. Because attitude, it was ugly.
No, I got memories from when I was about 5, 6. My Uncle Paul got him by the shirt like this, dragging him down the street from him fighting 2, 3 motherfuckers at the same time. Shoes ain't even laced up, all loose and shit. He's still trying to fight while getting his ass beat. But not making no logical sense. I'm trying to make sense of it.
Motherfuckers got that fight in them. Ass whooping at night. I just had to take mine from my older brother, so I ain't have to worry about getting my ass whooped out here.
He trained.
But my pops was a boxer too, so I was always in the middle of all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But
my pops was just
the whole
brawler.
the whole process of that thing.
Ugly.
But on that note, we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna let my man Bolts let y'all know where y'all can find him at, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with his ventures he got coming up next.
Man, first of all, I really appreciate this moment. VA, you know what I'm saying? Let somebody from North Carolina talk y'all head out for a little bit. I want to give shout outs to, like I said, Kalisa with Underground Culture. You can find her on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my squad, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Keisha. I want to give a shout out to, you know, everybody that's been rocking with me since, you know, the beginning of all this process, you know what I'm saying? You can look me up on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, Travis Archie, you know what I'm saying, you'll see the block symbol on there. I also got merch as well. You can go to our business page on Facebook, it's on there. Website will be up within a week. Got some pretty interesting things out, you know what I'm saying. Also, first 2 episodes of the block is out on YouTube. Go on to Team Memory Productions. And you can see season 1, episodes 1 and 2 that's already out. Other than that, I appreciate the love, VA.
Hey, you know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna let my man Cheno let y'all know what's going on with him, where y'all can find him at.
Yo, Cheno Bliss, all platforms, you already know. Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, SoundCloud. Just Google it. Got the Sequantum Physics, the Adams Theory project coming out. Project art still being painted. I'm still doing a surprise release on that. That's what we got going on for right now, baby.
Y'all know what time it is. This is another episode of the TrakWolf GodCast. I'm your man's TrakBeatz. Y'all know y'all can find me every fucking where at TrakBeatz. Y'all know what I'm saying. We're gonna wrap that up. We're gonna catch y'all next time.
See, I'm that presence you feel when your girl lurk on the gram. She got my entire world right in the palm of her hand. She like, damn, who that man? He looking fresh as a bitch, he looking true and legit. Baby, it's just Cheno Bliss, baby, it's too curious. She wanna come out and see me, she wanna disappear like Houdini, get folded like paninis, ayy. I'm just saying, baby, it's real obvious. It's Cheno Bliss conglomerate, what I roll with is positive. How I Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. Goddamn, baby, I'm trying to meet, ayy. Let's play up in the sheets, ayy. Let's dance with no pants, ayy. I like when I skim me, ayy. Like the way you grind, ayy. Ain't trying to waste my time, ayy. Let's small talk and conversation. Let's do what's on your mind, ayy. Cause I know you trying to hide, mate. Cause you got a whole situation. Yeah, you ain't trying to face it. Yeah, I'm way too amazing. And you just can't resist. Wanna bathe in eternal bliss. Wanna lay with me and take flicks. Wanna show them to your best friends. Wanna make sure I'm your commodity and they don't check me off the list. Baby girl, I'm a free man and it just is what it is. I move real free and silent, never really too violent. Cause I'm way too smooth, you know Cheno is a lover, not a fighter. Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. It's Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Don't leave it around me now, you won't see it around you later. Goddamn, Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. No, 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 you won't see it around you, player. Cheno the baby slayer, Cheno the baby slayer. Oh no, 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 won't see it around you, player. Goddamn.